everybody, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, welcome. If you're one of my subscribers, thank you so much for subscribing and coming back to watch this video. So today I just have a quick video that's all about the Scents of the Season collection. I did receive my order a few days ago that had this in it. It also had the new Snow Wonderful Warmer in it, which I will be doing a review on that separately. That way, you know, if you're just wanting to see that, you can just go straight to that video. So I will do that after this one. So I also received in my order, finally, I got 2 packs of the big cotton cleanups. These are finally available. So when I ordered everything, I definitely grabbed 2 of these. I was not completely out yet, but I was like, yes, let me go ahead and grab 2 of those. I think they soak up at least 4 cubes of wax. I personally never use that much wax in one warmer, but what I do is I take the cotton cleanup and I go around to all my warmers. Not all of them, obviously, but for a majority of them, I can go around with the 1 cotton cleanup and I can soak up a lot of wax within a bunch of warmers. And then that way it's just quicker to change it out and go ahead and throw some new wax in those warmers. So I absolutely love the cotton cleanups. I definitely recommend them. I definitely like the bigger size better. So if you're interested in those, they're available now. The last time I looked, they were still available. Hopefully they have not sold out, but go grab those if you are interested. You do get 25, I believe, for the $10. So it's a pretty great deal. Okay, so now on to the Scents of the Season collection. It comes in this absolutely adorable little Christmas bag, and the tag does have the descriptions of the scents on there. So I do like that they do that so that it's easy to see that. Now you do get 5 bars in here for the $25. So if you are interested in this, it is available now. You can go grab it. Unfortunately, you cannot purchase these bars individually from the website. But if you are hearing me speak about some of these bars and you think you might only be interested in 1 or 2 of them, you can add them to your Scentsy Club, or you can make a new Scentsy Club, throw which bars you want in that, and then just ship it to you. And then you can always delete that Scentsy Club after you have gotten these bars sent out to you. So that's an option as well. So I do like that we can at least use Scentsy Club to do that. So I have not smelled these yet, but I do know what the toasted apple butter and the mint to be berry smells like. And that's only because, you know, the mint to be merry was a scent of the month last year, and it was one of my favorites. And also the toasted apple butter came back in a Bring Back My Bar last year. So I love that one, and I had purchased that one. So I know what those 2 smell like. I do not know what the other 3 smell like. I'm pretty sure the eggnog scent is a returning scent. From what I understand, I've never smelled it before. I know that there was one that was called spiced eggnog, but apparently there was also one called eggnog, like way back in the day. Well, I have no idea what that one smells like. And then you have the Merry Wonderland, which is brand new, I'm pretty sure. And then the Cheery Cherry is brand new. So I'm excited to smell these and see what the cold sniffs are for these. I really hope that they're great performers. I only purchased 1 of these sets, and that's only because I was not sure about that eggnog. I wasn't a huge fan of the spiced eggnog, so I did not want to purchase multiples of these sets. I do know that I love the toasted apple butter and the mint to be merry, but if I end up loving a lot of these bars, I do have a club that is shipping in November, and I will just add them to my club. And so I just ordered 1 for right now. Okay, so the first one that's on the top here is Merry Wonderland. This bar is gorgeous. I love these colors. That is so pretty. Okay, so the description says, pink apple and clove dash through a dreamy, sparkling spruce woodland. Okay. Pink apple, clove, and sparkling spruce. That sounds so interesting. Absolutely love clove. Now, if you've watched any of my videos, you know that typically woodsy scents are not my thing unless they're mixed with things. So this one sounds perfect because it's got some other things mixed with it. So let's just go ahead and see what this smells like. Oh my gosh, this smells amazing. Wow. This one is so good. It reminds me a little bit of Sugar Plum Berry. That one is in my club. There's something else here that it reminds me of. What is that? It smells like very snowy spruce mixed with like some clove and like a fruitiness. So I guess that's that pink apple. Wow. This one smells amazing. I love this. This smells so holiday. Now, the pink color is throwing me off just a little bit just because my mind is thinking other things because it's pink. But it does, you can smell a pretty good bit of that spruce in there. And in my opinion, it smells like very snowy spruce. Mixed with, you can definitely smell a little bit of clove. I would not say that this is overly spicy at all, but I don't know how it's going to do when it warms. Personally, I would like for more of the clove and like a spiciness to come out with it. But there is a berry note that is to this. I guess that's the apple. To me, I don't know that I would know that it's pink apple. To me, it smells like some sort of berry. But the fruitiness with this one is absolutely amazing. I love that about it because it's just not too much green. It's not too much tree. There is a little bit of a clove spice to it. And then you've got the fruitiness there that helps it. I don't really smell any sweetness or anything like that. If anything, I smell just a hint of like a tartness. So like I said, it reminds me just a tad of sugar plum berry, but that's because that one is very berry. You can also smell like the green tree note to it, like evergreen or balsam or spruce, some sort of tree note with that one. I can't remember what it is. I'll have to put the description of sugarberry on the screen because I don't remember what all's in it. But sugar plum berry smells more berry and more spice than this one. I know this one doesn't mention cinnamon, but I can almost smell just a hint of cinnamon. This one smells so good. I cannot wait to warm this one. I was a little bit concerned about this one, like I said, only because of the tree note, but I am happy to say I absolutely love it. I think I could see myself adding this one to club. The only thing is I have sugar plum berry in my club and they're similar, like I said. So I think I would have to choose one or the other. I don't know. I guess it'll depend on how it warms. Because I don't have sugar plum berry right here in front of me, so it could just be not as similar as I'm thinking. This one is so good. I cannot stop smelling it. I cannot wait to warm this one. I think this one is going to be a fantastic performer, which usually any type of tree scents are great performers for me. Oh my gosh, there is that pink apple. It's giving like a little bit of like a tartness, like a sourness, but also a sweetness. This one is so interesting. This one is unique. Even though I think it's similar to sugar plum berry, I think the apple note that's in it is what's going to make it different because I think the sugar plum berry is more like berries and cinnamon with the tree note. I can't wait to warm this. Okay, so this is a win for sure. I absolutely love the color. Like I said, it's throwing me off just a little bit because it does smell more holiday, but I love this color and this packaging. So definitely a win. I'm going to have to throw that one in my club for sure when it ships and grab me a couple more bars of it. Okay, so this next one is Eggnog, and this is the one that I'm really just not sure about. The description for this one says, warm, spicy tones of nutmeg, rum, and cream. This scent is a real holiday favorite. I am just not a fan of eggnog. I don't like the drink. I don't like the smell usually, but we're going to see. We're going to give it a chance because I'm pretty sure that this probably would be a bakery category. I usually love bakery type scents. So let's see how this goes. Okay, hang on. It definitely smells like eggnog. I can smell the rum. It's not overly boozy, which is what I was kind of concerned about as well. It's really not. But you can smell some of it there. So typically I'm funny about bourbon scents and rum notes and things like that. It's okay. It's very creamy. Like I can smell a lot of that cream, and I wouldn't say that it's spicy. I know that it says warm, spicy tones of nutmeg, rum, and cream. I can definitely see how this is holiday. I mean, if you like eggnog, then I think you would love this one. Now, spiced eggnog, I cannot remember what that one smelled like. I remember that I think we had that one in a brick at one point. I think that I would have preferred that one over this one just because I do remember that one having a good bit of spices, and I do like spices. But if you're not a huge fan of spices and you like eggnog, then I think you would love this one. It's very creamy and vanilla-like. Not much spice. I don't know if that's going to come out when it warms. I'm worried about warming this one. Okay, so I am going to warm these and give you my warm reviews. But like I said, I'm just not a huge fan of that. I'm not sure if it's going to give me a headache. It kind of feels like it's that rum note. I think that might bother me. It's not a very strong bar from the top here. Now from the bottom, you can really smell the rum. You can really smell the cream. Nutmeg. I don't really smell much nutmeg. I mean, I smell a little bit. I do think it's going to be kind of like a cozy type holiday bakery type scent. And I think a lot of you are absolutely going to love this. I'm just the odd one out that just doesn't really care for the eggnog scents. So I could really like this one when it starts warming if the rum note kind of goes away some and it's not so strong. If it just turns out to be more of like a creamy type, cozy type scent, less rum, I think I might can tolerate it. But I don't think I would necessarily buy more of this one just because it's still not really what I like. I could see myself mixing it with some things. To me, it definitely needs some sort of spice in there. But, you know, I think a lot of you are absolutely going to love this one. I know a lot of you don't really like spicy scents, and I don't think this one is spicy. So I'm surprised that they wrote warm, spicy tones of nutmeg because I really don't smell much of the spiciness. Interesting. Okay, so we'll see how this one goes. You know, it's not terrible by any means. It's just not really my scent. So we'll see how that goes. Let's see. What is the next one in here? Meant to be Merry. Okay. Ooh, this one is a favorite of mine for sure. Meant to be Merry says, merriment fills the air when crushed candy cane and sparkling sugar brighten a creamy butter cookie. So I had this one in my club and I took it out. The only reason why I took it out is because I knew that it was coming back and I really don't need another bar of it at the moment because I knew that I was going to purchase this Scents of the Season collection. And I knew that after my club ships in November, I can just add it back. So I still have a pretty good stash of this from back when it was Scent of the Month last year. So I will add it back for sure because this is my absolute favorite mint scent ever. I think that Scentsy has ever created. It's my absolute favorite. So I'm going to go ahead and smell it again. It's been a little while. I haven't warmed it in a while. Oh, this one is so good. Scentsy just outdid themselves when they did this one. I mean, I fell in love with this bar. Oh man, it is so amazing. To me, it smells less peppermint. It smells more like a buttermint. Okay, so if you like the butter type mints and you're not usually a fan of the really peppermint type scents from Scentsy, you probably will really like this one because sometimes those peppermint scents are just too much for me. They're just too in your face. They're just too much peppermint. Sometimes they can also lean a little bit towards like a toothpaste type scent. This is nothing like this. This is the most beautiful bakery type buttery buttermint cookie / cupcake type holiday scent. Now, I can see myself warming this year round, and I have. Okay, so the ones that I had from last year, I have warmed anytime I felt like I wanted a little something like a minty type cupcake cookie type smell. But it also reminds me of holiday as well. So I love it. really all the way through January, I'm going to be warming this one like crazy. And then if I feel like I want it, I don't think it's just too out of the ordinary that you can't warm it throughout the year. This one is so good. This one is so, so good. I love this one so much. Oh my gosh, I just cannot get enough of this one. I love this one so much. I was shocked that this one was not in the catalog. I mean, I think this should have been a scent that they put in the fall winter catalog, but I was happy to see that it came back, so that if any of you out there did not get any of these, or you didn't add it to your club for some reason, or you haven't smelled it, try one, definitely. Like, even if you usually shy away from mint, but you like bakery, and you like creamy type buttery scents that smell like cookies or cupcakes, oh, this one's so good. I love this one so much. It is a fantastic performer for me, even out here in the open concept. I think out in the open concept, I had to use a tad bit more wax than I usually use just to really smell it, like get a really strong performance out of it. But it's still a pretty average bar for me. One day I even put it in the bathroom, you know, where the small bathroom, you've seen that in the warmer tour, where I usually review my scents. And in there, I just used normal amount of wax, and it was a fantastic performer. It went at least a day and a half there. Out here in the open concept, it's about a day, so it's pretty average. I love this one so much. I would absolutely love to have like some sort of lip gloss or chapstick in this scent. I think it smells, because it has that mintiness to it. It just smells like something I would wear like as a lip balm or something like that. It's so good. Okay, so this one is a win. This one will always stay in my club. I will never take it back out. So as soon as my club ships, I'm going to add a couple of these back to my club so that I can continue getting that one for sure. So let's see, this next one here is toasted apple butter. Such cute packaging. I love this. So toasted apple butter says creamy butter blended with ripe apples, accented with rich spices. I remember this one being pretty cinnamony. Okay, I haven't warmed it in a while. This one I also added to my club, but I stocked up on this one when it was available. So I did remove it from my club as well, like I did the Meant to Be Merry, just because I knew it was coming back, and I don't necessarily need another one to ship to me, just because I knew I was going to grab this collection and I would have another one. So as soon as my club ships, I will be adding this back for sure, and I will have to decide, do I want a couple of these or do I just want one in my club? I don't know, because I really like the spice in this one. So I know it's going to be cinnamony. And it is. This one is so good. This one smells maybe just a tad bit lighter than the ones that I have, but it still smells pretty strong, actually. I was kind of worried that these need to cure, but it smells pretty strong. So good. And in fact, I can smell a little bit more apple in this one than some of my other ones. I think maybe the longer that they sit, the more cinnamon that they smell. Because this one on the bottom, I can smell a pretty good bit of apple. But when it warms, you smell a lot of the cinnamon. In the beginning, you can smell a little bit of the apple, but as it stays in your warmers and it continues to warm, I feel like it gets a little bit spicier. That's just my opinion, but I feel like you smell less of the apple. It could be that I just get kind of used to it, and then mostly what I smell is the cinnamon. But for me, that's how it performed. It was pretty average, pretty medium, average. I remember it going, a day out here. When I reviewed it in the bathroom, I could get maybe a little bit more than a day, but not quite a day and a half. It's a good performer. I love mixing this one. So this is a fantastic one to mix. If you need to add like a little bit of cinnamon to something with just a hint of apple with just a little bit of sweetness. And it does have like a buttery type creaminess. I would not say that it's overly buttery by any means. We've definitely had more buttery bars than this one, but it is there. You can smell it. It's not overly sweet by any means. Okay, so if you don't typically like really sweet bars, but you like bakery, I think you would really like this one, because there's all the spice in there. There's just a hint of apple, just a hint of sweetness. There's almost like a frosting type note with this one. I know a lot of consultants, when this had came out for Bring Back My Bar, they were saying that it was similar to apple butter frosting. I could maybe see that just a little bit, but it's nowhere near sweet like the apple butter frosting. Now, I think if you mix this one with the new, what was it, whipped frosting that I just reviewed from the Sugar Chalet collection, if you mix it with that, I think it would make it more of a frosting note and make it more like apple butter frosting. I also think if you mixed it with the new Disney Treats collection bar, the Mickey Mouse Cinnamon Bun Bash, that one has a frosting note in it that reminds me so much of apple butter frosting. So I think if you mix that one with that and gave that Cinnamon Bun Bash a little bit of this apple note, I think it would be more like the apple butter frosting. But this is an absolutely gorgeous bar. I love it so much. It's definitely going to continue to stay in my club. Like I said, I love mixing it all the time. I mean, it's just a great bakery that you can mix with things without making anything overly sweet. So this one is a win. This one will always be a win. I'm so glad that people voted this one back from the Bring Back My Bar because I was able to try it then and knew how much I loved it. But I am glad they put it in the Scents of the Season collection. I'm surprised they did that since it had just came back for Bring Back My Bar, but this one's fantastic. I highly recommend this one if you like bakery type scents. If you shy away from sweet scents, I think you really would love this one. It is a little bit on the rich side, but in a slightly buttery cinnamon type way. So good. I cannot wait to break out some of my older ones and warm for you. I don't know though, for this warm review, I might actually warm these so that I can give you my reviews of what these actual bars smell like. I probably should do that. Instead of breaking out my older ones that have had time to sit, I'll warm these so that I can tell you actually what this collection smells like. That way, if they're a little bit lighter than my other ones, I can let you know that. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. I'm so excited for that bar. I'm so excited to smell it again. So the last one in this collection is the Cheery Cherry, and that's hard for me to say for some reason, but I do absolutely love this packaging. I think it is absolutely adorable. These little holiday bars, I mean, this is the cutest little gift for anyone. If you need a gift, I think this would make a fantastic gift for sure. So the description says lighthearted candied cherry and spiced amber with a wink of smoked marshmallow and blackberry. Now, I was kind of concerned about that description, but I always love cherry scents, so I feel like I'm going to love this one. The only thing that concerns me just a little bit is the amber, because amber can sometimes give me headaches, and then the smoked marshmallow. Like, sometimes I'm iffy about smoky scents. So, let's see. It does smell good. There is a smokiness here that I can smell. Let me smell from the bottom. This is interesting. There's also that amber. I'm kind of concerned. There's a good bit of amber. The cherry is not like in your face cherry. Like Cherry's Jubilee, to me, the current one in the catalog, is pretty cherry forward, and it's more of a fake type cherry. This one's not like that. It is more of like a candied cherry. You can definitely smell more of the cherry on the bottom. I'm trying to think if there's some kind of cherry candy that this reminds me of. There's definitely a cherry like hard candy that I've had before that this smells exactly like the cherry note that's in there. Now, I would not have been able to say that there was any kind of marshmallow in this if I would not have read the description. I think I would have been able to say there's a hint of something like toasted or smoky. But it's not super strong, but I feel like that's going to come out more when it's warming. So that's the only thing that, I don't know. We'll have to see. But this is interesting. I was kind of worried that this was going to be super similar to Cherry's Jubilee, and I did want it to be unique. So I can say it's not like that one at all. The other thing that this says is blackberry. I don't think I would have been able to say that there was any other kind of fruit or anything in here. So if I wouldn't have read the description, I don't think that I would have necessarily known that there was another type of fruit or blackberry in this. This is interesting. I feel like this one is going to surprise me on warm. I feel like it's going to change, and you know, you'll be able to smell everything a little bit more. Now it says spiced amber. I don't know what they meant by spiced because I don't really smell anything. I don't really smell anything spiced, but I am kind of afraid that this one's going to give me a headache. So I am just a little bit concerned about the amber in this one. I feel like it might give me a headache just because it seems to be a little bit heavy. So I don't know. I'm kind of nervous to warm this one, but I love cherry scents. So I feel like as long as the amber doesn't give me a headache, I think I'll really like it. And as long as that smokiness isn't like too smoky. There was a scent that we had that was called Toasted Marshmallow. I know a lot of you love that scent. That one gave me a headache. I could warm it for a little while, and then the longer that I would warm it, the heavier that scent kind of got. And this one reminds me of that as far as that smoky type kind of heaviness. That's kind of what it reminds me of. Not saying that the scent reminds me of that, but you know what I mean. Like, that's all that I'm afraid of, is that this one is just going to give me just a hint of a headache. But I'm pretty sensitive sometimes to vanillas, ambers, and like smokiness type stuff. But I really do like the candied cherry scent that's in here. It definitely reminds me of some sort of hard candy, cherry flavored candy that I've had before. You can definitely smell that. I feel like maybe that will come out a little bit more when it warms. I hope so. I like it. This probably would be one, if I end up thinking it's too heavy or, you know, it's not my absolute favorite, I could see myself mixing this one with a lot of stuff and like really loving it that way. So I still think this collection is an absolute win. If I had to put these in order, that's going to be hard. If I had to put these in order, what to do? I don't know. So I can tell you that Eggnog is last place for me, and that's just because Eggnog is not usually a scent for me. It's just not my kind of scent. That rum that's in there, no, that one is not for me, but I'm going to warm it. I might like it a little bit better when it warms, because sometimes Eggnog can smell a little funky like this cold, and then when it warms, it becomes more beautiful. So hopefully I can tolerate this one, and maybe I'll even really like it on warm. So for right now, this one's last place. I'm going to put this one in fourth place, the Cheery Cherry. That's only because I'm a little bit concerned about the amber and the smoked marshmallow, but it smells really good. So I don't know. This one could change. It is good. All right. So then I have these three here: the Meant to Be Merry, the Toasted Apple Butter, and the Merry Wonderland. And I do not know. Oh, I love this Meant to Be Merry so much. And I love this Toasted Apple Butter, but this Merry Wonderland, I haven't warmed it, so I don't know. And it's so good. Oh my gosh, it's so good. Yeah, okay, there's something in this one. Now that I pick it up and smell it again, there's something in this one that smells bright and kind of citrusy, and maybe like kind of pomegranate. I didn't smell that when I first sniffed it the first time. It doesn't mention anything about that, does it? Pink apple and clove and sparkling spruce. Okay, so it says sparkling spruce. So maybe that's where the citrus type notes coming from. There's definitely something in here that's making this one brighter. Interesting. That's funny that I didn't smell it when I first picked it up. So when I first picked it up, I smelled mostly spruce. And now that I'm picking it up again, it smells more fruity to me. And I smell less of the spruce. What in the world? That is so strange. I really don't smell much of the spruce anymore. That is so crazy because I guess because I've smelled these other scents, I don't know. That's so odd. I still absolutely love this scent. I'm going to put it in third place. I'm going to put it in third place. That's only because I don't know how it's going to do warming and because I pick it up again and it smells different, which to me means when it warms, who knows what's going to happen. Oh, this is absolutely beautiful. Okay, I really don't know. I don't want to put it in third place, but I am for now. I think this is the one I'm most excited to warm. I might have to warm this one first just because it's new and it's so unique, and I'm most excited about this one, even though I'm putting it in third place. It smells so good. Okay, love this one. I really, really do. I'm going to put it in third, but by no means is this a scent that I do not like. I absolutely love it, okay? It's just I have warmed to these two, and I know how much I love these. They're in my club, and I just can't live without these bars, okay? If I had to choose between the two to put one in first place, I don't know because I absolutely love cinnamon, okay? So this is the cinnamon one. Which one? Okay, this is so unlike me, but I'm going to put Meant to Be Merry first, and I'm going to put Toasted Apple Butter second. Oh, that is so strange for me to say because I don't typically like peppermint type scents. I really don't, but this is more of a buttermint, and it's definitely bakery. It smells more cupcakey and cookie. So, hey, Luna. So Luna's coming to say hello. So I'm going to put this one in first because there's nothing else like this one. If you like candy cane buttercream, I think you will absolutely love this one as well. This one is a better performer than the candy cane buttercream, in my opinion. That one doesn't last very long. It doesn't have very good longevity for me. This one is better, in my opinion. So yes, this is number one for me. And this is number two, even though this is close to my heart as well. So these are all lovely. I definitely think this is a collection that's worth getting. The eggnog is the only one, like for me, just because I don't like eggnog, but I think most people would be okay with this scent and really enjoy it, especially around the holidays. It's just not a scent for me usually, but we will warm it and see. So yes, I'm glad I got these. I'm definitely going to be adding these to my club and getting some more that way. And definitely this Merry Wonderland, I cannot wait to warm it. If I end up absolutely loving this one, I will definitely add more to my club. This one smells like something so similar. Is it the Holiday Market one we had? I don't have that one in front of me. Or is it the Wrapped in Lights? I don't have those in front of me. They're all downstairs. But it smells sparkling. So it's got a brighter type scent to it, and I can smell almost like a pomegranate note, even though it says it's apple, because there's like a sour type tartness. Really, really good. I cannot wait to warm this one. Okay, so here we go. I'm going to warm these very soon. I still need to warm the Sugar Chalet collection and give you my warm reviews on that, so I will have to do that. The next video that I upload is going to be the Snow Wonderful Warmer because I have that in front of me. I'm about to record that video, so I will get that video up next, and then after I do that, I will try to have my warm reviews up of the Sugar Chalet collection. But I will get these up as soon as I can. So I highly recommend this little set. I think it's adorable, especially for gifts or anything like that. It's $25 for all 5 bars and comes in this cute little bag while supplies last. So the bag could sell out, and then they might just sell the 5-pack of bars, you know, separately without the bag. But the bars are also while supplies last. So grab them while you can, add them to your clubs while you can. So let me know down below, have you received these yet? Have you got to smell them? And what do you think? I'm kind of shocked by the Merry Wonderland just because right here in front of you, it kind of changed. When I first opened this pack and smelled it, it smelled more like spruce. And then I pick it up the second time and it smells more fruity and like citrusy. That's so odd to me. So let me know what you guys thought and which ones were your favorite. If you have had a chance to warm them yet, I would love to know how they're performing so far for you. So comment down below and let me know what you are thinking of these bars if you have received them. If you haven't received them yet and you plan on getting them, I would love to know, which ones you're planning on grabbing or which ones sound like something you would be interested in. So I appreciate you guys watching. I will see you in the next one. I hope you all have an absolutely wonderful day. Thank you so much. Bye.